Hello and welcome to the Brick Shack. So today we've got another yard sale haul, or boot sale haul as we call it in the UK. I'm just going to continue calling them a yard sale haul, as most of you know what that is and probably aren't too familiar with the term boot sale, but they're pretty much the same thing, except I think that a boot sale is a bit more like a flea market for you guys over in the States. But it's the same outcome. It's a bunch of sellers selling stuff and a bunch of buyers that want to buy stuff. It's a bit like eBay, except it's in person in a field. But this is our second score now, so let's go through what we have here. So this seller was selling lots of these Lego bags here, all roughly around this size. They're all very similar sizes. Now these were £1 each, and already at £1 each, for what we can see here, doesn't seem like too bad of a deal at all. So I did buy 10 of these large bags, and unfortunately I didn't buy all of his stock, and that was just simply because some of the pieces just didn't look as good quality, and quite a few of them were discoloured. So I only did buy the best looking ones. So we have a total of 10 of these, which I just sort for you here. So we got the green ones there. And that was another thing with this seller, they're all colour coded. So all the greys are in one bag, all the greens in another. I don't know why they've done it like that, because I'm not going to be keeping it that way. But I just suppose that's easier for selling. So we have quite a lot of grey and black. Mostly all grey, and I just chose to get the grey ones as they're going to be the most useful for me. But we've got a few white bricks and green, and there's a bag of black bricks there as well. So these bags are all roughly around the same size. And then we also have these smaller bags of more specific pieces over here. So these smaller bags were 50p each, and looking back, I think they probably were a little bit overpriced. Some of these bags seem okay value, like this one here, that seems okay for 50p. But then we have these studs here, which probably weren't worth the 50p for used studs. So there's 12 little bags there for a total of £6, and then we had these here for a total of 10. So the whole lot cost us 16 on that. And I didn't try to haggle the price down, as I did think £16 was quite fair for this. And when the seller's selling a bag for £1 each, you really can't argue with that. So I think we'll go through the small bags first, and then we'll move on to the larger ones after. So like last time, I've got my tray here, just so we can rummage through the parts and see what we have. And then I've got my wash bucket there as well. But starting off with the first bag, we have this mix of grey studs. We have light grey and dark grey as well. And there's actually a fair amount in there, to be fair. I am seeing a few slightly discoloured grey pieces there, so I'll have to pick those out and put them to one side. Now, as these pieces are already organised, I don't really want to add these on top and then have to resort them. So I'm going to pick out all the bad ones out of this and then put this to one side. So I just quickly went through that bag and picked all the bad pieces out. And here's all the bad pieces we've got. So there are a few slightly older looking colours in there. And there are a couple chewed up damaged pieces as well. But only 6 studs out of this whole bag here. That's really not too bad at all. So next we have even more grey studs. These are the dark grey ones. A few less in this one, and this one I don't think was worth the 50p. So that bag went pretty well. We only had one piece here, which is an off-brand piece, but the rest are all relatively good condition and can go into my collection. So next we have these 1x2 grill pieces in black. So out of that bag, I only found one piece that was slightly damaged. It's a little bit chewed up around the edges, so I'm going to put that one to the side. But all the rest are in great condition, and I can add them as well. So next we have these 1x2 bricks here, and I forget what these ones are called, but they've got the little grill pattern on the sides. So most of those pieces there are all right. There's only a couple that have a few tiny little scuff marks, but nothing too bad that I can't put into my collection. And then I did forget, we do actually have another bag of the exact same thing here, and all of them are in great condition as well. So I'll add them with the rest. And then next we have 3 bags of the same pieces in light grey. We have 3 bags of those. So I'll just dump all of them into here. So out of these ones, we did unfortunately have 6 that are no good to me. Now the issue with these 6 here is that unfortunately they are slightly discoloured. So as you can see, I've sandwiched the bad piece between 2 good ones. And you can see how discoloured that is in comparison. And then we have some white ones exactly the same. So those ones were all perfectly fine, not a single one wrong with them. And then finally we have these black ones here as well. And all of those ones are all great condition as well. And then finally we have these 2 bags here. But we have these in light grey, and then we have these in that dark orange colour, as well as the nougat colour as well. So starting off with the grey ones, we have quite a few 1x2s There's a few 1x4s mixed in there as well. So all of those are absolutely fine as well. It's quite a lot of 1x2s, more than I thought there was before I opened the bag. And then unfortunately, there's only 4 1x4s, but all of these are in absolutely great condition. So there wasn't a single one wrong with any of these. So finally, we have the nougat and dark orange coloured ones. And these are all in great condition as well. So here's all the 1x4s, and we have the 1x2s here as well. So here's the contents for the first part of the haul. This was £6 for all these small bags here. And here are the only pieces that we had to discard of. So I don't think we did too bad for all this for £6 here. But let's now get into what we bought for the £10 lot, these 10 bags here. So we'll start off with the white bag here. Straight away, this pops right out. We have this Heart Lake News stickered piece here. So this, I believe, would have been from a Friends set. As we look through, there's even more stickered pieces. We have this one with the checkered flag. We have this one here, which looks to be a map. Then there's this one in here as well, that also looks like it was from a Friends set. And then as we rummage around here, there's really not too much else that are stickered or printed pieces. It's all just miscellaneous pieces in here. I'm going to quickly pan over and you can tell me if there's anything interesting at all. So onto the second bag, we have a bag of black pieces here. So looking around this bag of pieces here, straight away you see this large column piece. Now I'm not too sure where this piece could have been from. So just looking around what we have here, there's really not too much that stands out at all. There doesn't seem to be any printed or stickered pieces in here, or anything else that looks a bit odd and very specific. So onto the next bag, we have a bag of dark grey pieces. So straight away we can see quite a lot of plates in here, a lot of 2x plates. But then we also have this hose looking piece. This has a bit more of a silvery colour to it. And then as we rummage around here, there's really not too much else in here. There's a few Technic pieces, but it's mostly all dark grey plates. So next we have another bag of black pieces. So this one already looks a lot different to the others. And as you can see, there's a lot of arches and slopes in this one. And I think that's actually all there is in here. There's no other pieces in here other than arches and slopes. And it's actually quite good to see these pieces in here because I believe these are actually quite expensive. I remember I had to buy about 40 of these for building a custom modular MOC, and it did cost quite a lot just for these alone. I'm very happy to see these mixed in with these pieces. But there's really not much else in here. It's all just slopes and arches in this one. And then next we have another dark grey bag, and there will be a lot of grey because that's what I chose to buy. So straight away we can see that this one has a lot more smaller pieces in here. So there doesn't seem to be any stickered or printed pieces in this lot. It is mostly just small pieces, but again I'll quickly pan over and you can tell me if I miss anything interesting at all. There is one piece in here that caught my eye, and that's this piece here. So this piece is actually magnetic, and this could have perhaps been from a train set. That's just how it looks to me with this piece here. Looks like it could connect to another train carriage. But other than that, it looks like these are just all miscellaneous grey pieces in here. So for the next bag, so straight away in this one, we can see this part of a build here. It has this winch piece on it here with a string. As we look around, we have this quite old looking gear piece here. There's not too much else in here. It's all just miscellaneous bricks and pieces. Nothing that really stands out too much. So next we have another grey bag. Again, straight away with this one, we see a lot of plates in here. There's really not too much else other than plates and a few other smaller pieces in here. So next we have a bag of green pieces. So for this one, it's again mostly consisting of just plates. There are a few other pieces in there as well. There's even some that aren't even green. And then there's this sticker here which says City on it. This could have been from any City set really. I'll put that aside with the other interesting pieces. Nothing that stands out and nothing that is rare at all from what I can see here. It just seems that this is mostly all green plates. And then on to the second to last grey bag. So for this one, again, we have quite a lot of plates and other slope pieces, bits like that. We do have one print piece here. That's quite a common print piece you see. And then as we look around, I keep seeing lots of these circular tiles, these 2x2 circular tiles. So I'm not too sure what set those could have been from. There are, however, a few greys in here that are the older grey. So these aren't actually discoloured, but they are the old version of the grey. So unfortunately, they'll have to be removed and put to the side. And then finally, the last bag. So for this one, right away, I'm noticing a lot more circular pieces. We've got these sort of Technic wheel pieces here. Then over here, there are some stickered pieces. So we have 2 pieces there with a green sticker. Then we have this stickered piece here. So I've now gone through all of the pieces, and here is how the good pieces are looking. This is everything I could salvage from what we've got, and it's almost filled up the whole tub. So this is the same tub I used in the last haul from the boot sale, and it is filled up at roughly the same height. On top of that, we have these bags here that were 50p each, these small bags. Now I've not mixed those in as they're already organised, but I'm going to wash those ones separate. So there is everything we got from that. So then for the pieces that weren't so good, we do actually have quite a lot. So these are all pieces that are just too bad condition. And then there's pieces in there like these other greys. There's the old style grey. And then I do believe there might be a few discoloured pieces in there as well. And then of course there was a few pieces that weren't even Lego. But really from all of what we got, this isn't too bad. It's only a handful or 2 of pieces there. Then for the pieces that might be quite interesting, here's what we managed to find. So we've got this large black column piece. We have these pieces here with the green stickers. We've got these sort of pieces. There's quite a few that look like that. Some are quite worn down on those stickers. And then we have this contraption here, which looks like it was part of a build at some point. It has that winch on there. So I'm going to break that down and part that into the rest. Then we have these sort of train pieces, I believe. The one on the left here is magnetic. And then this one here looks like it clips onto something. And then we've got a few more stickered pieces here. There's one there with a set number 7288. And then we've got quite a few what I believe to be stickers from Friends sets over here. Then we've got this sort of hose piece here. And then I also found these 2 pieces. Now these look like Star Wars pieces. They look like they're attached to a Star Wars helmet. So we've got that one there, as well as this one. So that's all I managed to find for the interesting pieces and pieces that you may recognise from sets. There doesn't seem to be as many as there was last time, but there are unfortunately more pieces that are no good to me. So these will be going somewhere separate. But for the main haul here, for £16, I really can't complain. I think we did quite well this time around, and I think we did as well as last time. There's lots of great pieces in here, and most of them are all in great condition. Now I do believe this lot contains a lot more older pieces, so that explains why there was more in bad condition that I had to put to the side. But I think we had a great score here for £16. So I hope you've all enjoyed today's video, but that's all from me for today, and I'll see you all later.